Rashad, why you didn't
Anyways,
hit me up?
Rashad. Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.
Oh, yo. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rashad Milligan. If you are new to the channel, this is the road to 10K sales. This is a webcam stream today because you see what had happened was I put the battery into the camera after charging it last night. And while I was setting everything up for the show, I had the switch on the camera to on, but I had the cap on, the lens cap, so I couldn't see that it was on. It was on for like the past hour. So the battery's cooked. I have to charge it again, and we're doing a webcam stream. Anyways, let's get into all the topics. There's a lot of stuff to talk about, so without further ado, let's just get into it, shall we? We shall. Okay, first things first, man. Rest in peace, of course, to the legend, to the one, the only, Assata Shakur. Assata Shakur, she passed away at the age of, I believe it was 78, in Cuba. And we'll just read the story from Phil Lewis here. From what I'm reading, Phil Lewis, Assata Shakur, political activist and ex-Black Liberation Army member, has passed away. Assata Shakur has passed away in Havana, Cuba. Hold on, let me stretch this out, whatever. As a result of health conditions and her quote-unquote advanced age, according to Cuba's Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Assata Shakur, a famed political activist who was found guilty of a New Jersey state trooper in 1973 and was later granted political asylum in Cuba, has passed away. She was 78. On Thursday, Shakur passed away in Havana, Cuba, as a result of health conditions and her advanced age, end quote, according to Cuba's Ministry of Foreign Affairs. At approximately 1:15 p.m. on September 25th, my mother, Assata Shakur, took her last earthly breath. Words cannot describe the depth of the loss that I'm feeling at this time. Kekua Shakur, her daughter, wrote on Facebook. I want to thank you for your love and prayers that continue to anchor me in the strength that I need in this moment. My spirit is overflowing in unison with all of you who are grieving with me at this time. Born Joanne Deborah Byron on July 16, 1947 in New York City, she spent her early childhood in Wilmington, North Carolina. As a college student in the 1960s, she was an active participant in the fight for civil rights and the anti-war movement. She met fellow student activist Louis Chesimard during her time in the City College of New York, whom she married and later divorced. After graduation, Shakur moved to Oakland, California, and became involved with the Black Panther Party. Shakur left the party in 1971 and would later join the Black Liberation Army. In 1973, Shakur was convicted of unaliving a New Jersey state trooper during a In 1979, she escaped jail and left the United States for Cuba. She was always maintained her innocence. Shakur penned a letter to Pope John Paul II during his 1998 visit to Cuba. At this point, I think it's important to make one thing very clear. I've advocated and I still advocate for revolutionary changes in the structure and in the principles that govern the United States. I advocate self-determination for my people and for all oppressed inside the United States. I advocate for an end to capitalistic exploitation, the abolition of racist policies, the eradication of sexism, and the elimination of political repression. If that is a crime, then I am totally guilty. This is a breaking news story and will be updated. Thanks for reading. This post is public, so feel free to share it. This is from Phil Lewis. Phil Lewis was the first person that I saw broke the news yesterday. So shouts out once again to my brother Phil Lewis, best journalist out there, man. That is my dog. Assata Shakur, man, when you talk about, like I said, like dedicating your life to the cause, are you willing to dedicate your life to it? You know, a lot of people are dedicated and are passionate about something, a cause or anything like that. But are you willing to lose your life to it? And that is something that she did. She was one of the FBI's most wanted. And to do that, just like what she said, and to stand on all 10 toes throughout the decades and still maintain her innocence and say, like, no, this is another case of the FBI and the powers that be looking at someone who is against the system as a threat and throwing false false narratives and false facts on them. When you see, remember when the FBI wanted to release all the files with Martin Luther King Jr. As you saw in Selma, if you haven't watched the movie Selma, the way that the FBI was doing King was like they were exaggerating what was going on in his personal life. So say he, stepped out once on his wife, on Coretta, right? They would exaggerate it and play those recordings back to Coretta like he was just, the biggest cheater ever in the history, to split up that family and to build up tension in that home and with that family. This was something that, another example of that, obviously much more extreme. And, and then, MLK, how he ended up ultimately passing away was, the conspiracies of the FBI and the government and things of that sort. And also same thing with Malcolm X. You can go down the line, but this was the way that they tried to get, Assata Shakur out of here, and her being on the FBI's most wanted list gave every officer the excuse to just publicly, how do you say it, X and then E and then Q her publicly. I try to space it out, but it gave officers the excuse to do that because she was on the FBI's most wanted list, and the thing that she was accused of was just like so terrible and everything like that with the New Jersey State Trooper. And for her to continue to stand strong, to have a book and everything like that, and continue to just maintain her innocence. She spent 2 years behind bars before escaping. And, 2 of those years were mostly in male prisons. So she was in the harshest conditions for something that she didn't do. The only crime she had was speaking out for the liberation of the people. And I don't know, a lot of these issues that she was standing and fighting for are issues that we still see and have today in modern society. As we go down the news and we look at what's going on, when we're fighting for freedom of speech, when we're fighting against the capitalism, morals over capitalism, when you look at the whole Israeli-Palestinian conflict and stuff like that, and America's role in that, and giving Israel like a record amount of money, even dating back to the Biden-Harris administration, giving Israel a record amount of money for the sake of they do good business with us. If the whole Kanye West situation, and then that led to, well, what's the line between calling out the truth and what anti-Semitism is? Like, it was so much, right? So there was that with capitalism. When you talk about sexism, you think about people who have recently passed away and folks who have gotten fired for pointing out what they have said about people who have recently passed away, in particular their thoughts with Black women. Because they said Black woman, they got fired for saying that because they said it was inaccurate. But okay, the accurate fact was this person in particular brought up 3 women, and they just all happened to be Black in positions of power. And then they said they didn't have the brain power. So there we see examples of sexism. We saw examples of capitalism. And then what was the other thing that Assata said? And then there are other reports that this was Tupac's godmother. So shouts out to that. The elimination of political repression. Oh man, you definitely saw that with the entire, once again, Karen Attiah being fired from the Washington Post for saying what she said on Blue Sky, which was correct. But they found a loophole and found a way to fire her. And then Jimmy Kimmel obviously taking him off the air, and even having him being a struggle with particular TV providers and stuff like that, bringing him back on, broadcast service providers and stuff, still bringing him back on air because they didn't like what he said. He told a joke, a comedian told a joke, but since it was political and they support one side of politics, they decide to censor him and take him off the air and take, what I'm saying? So all of these things are things that we've seen in the past couple weeks that she was fighting for. And I think it's a testament to, her story, what she, and I guess validity to what she was fighting for, that it did exist because it still exists today. And we've seen prevalent examples of that within the last 14 days. So with that being said, I want to say rest in peace, Assata Shakur. Prayers up to her family, her loved ones, her friends, and supporters who have just been long time kind of students of her story and everything like that. Yeah, for sure, for sure. That's it. That's it. And shout out Phil Lewis, my brother. 19 Keys said this about her as well. He pointed up a quote, I think. Nobody in this world has ever gotten their freedom by appealing to the moral sense of what people who are oppressing them. Wow. What a quote. What a quote. Shout out to my brother 19 Keys as well. Friend of the channel. If you know, you know. This is perfect. I know a lot of times people, I remember Sage Steele in particular was complaining about an airport protest and stuff like that. And it's like protests just aren't meant to be comfortable. Well, you know, things are like you can have a difference of opinion, but just let me get to work on that's the point, to interrupt your day, to interrupt everything and to make things uncomfortable, to force change. You know, it's standing out of politicians' houses on on the sidewalk in public property and just yelling at them all night so they can't get sleep because they're like no rest for the weary and stuff like that. Like that stuff is literally the way that you bring about change, because eventually you're gonna be like, I want to sleep. It is, you know what I'm saying? All of those things. So yeah, man. What a quote from Assata Shakur. And shout out to my brother 19 Keys as well. We love you. We appreciate you, brother, as a Black intellectual, as a free thinker, and as someone who's trying to hold it down still in this current generation. So, yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. All right, let's go to the next thing. Cheryl Reeve, we're going to basketball. Cheryl Reeve went off on the officials after last night's game, where Nafisa Collier got hurt late in the game in like the last 2 minutes. I think Minnesota was already down by double digits at that point. I'm not sure. Let me not say that. Let me. I'm pulling it up in another tab. I can't pull it up for copyright reasons, but I want to see what the game time situation was when she rolled her ankle. Let me see where we at with it. Okay, I see the replay. I hate looking at it. It's terrible, but I want to see the time. Can I see the lower third? Can I see a time? Let me see. Okay, here it is, right here. Is this the play? Okay, so it was a 4-point game with 25 seconds. Oh, okay. So no, the game wasn't out of reach. The game was still very much in reach. And it was Alyssa Thomas got the steal. Obviously, y'all know Alyssa Thomas is a physical player. And yeah, V just ended up the ankle, like it was very nasty to look at. And it didn't look good, man. It didn't look good. And so afterwards, there was no foul call. That's the whole controversy in this. I'm sorry. There's no foul call. Alyssa Thomas comes back on the other end, and I believe Phoenix scores. They end up winning by like double digits, right? It's in the ticker, so it's somewhere here. But with that being said, Cheryl Reeve goes off on the refs. Dejanay Carrington tries to block him and everything like that. And right, she tries to block the refs from her with the towel, but it didn't work. Cheryl Reeve just walked around it until she got ejected. Then I think she like yelled out cuss words or whatever to the crowd, but before she walked out. And here's the post-game press conference. This is my first time watching it. Shouts out to Rachel A. Demita for reposting this, and shout out to the Desert Wave Media, independent media, and everything like that, founded by David Finstra for posting this. All right, with that being said, I'm reacting to it.
And we talked about how dangerous it can be. You're hearing it from the other series. You're hearing other coaches. You're hearing Becky talk about when you let the physicality happen, people get hurt. There's fights. And this is the look that our league wants for some reason. We were trying to play through it. We tried to make excuses. One of the best players in the league shot 0 free throws. 0. And she had 5 fouls. 0 free throws. Got her shoulder pulled out and finished the game with her leg being taken out, and probably has a fracture. And so this is what our league wants. Okay. But I want to call for a change of leadership at the league level when it comes to officiating. It's bad for the game. the officiating crew that we had tonight, for the leadership to deem those three people semifinals playoff worthy is fucking malpractice. I can take it now with the best of them. I don't think we should have to play through more than what they did. They got players, Masha's on the glass, and it's fucking cracked. And there's no call. And all of them said it wasn't my call. I don't know. I didn't see it that way. They're fucking awful.
So she said, I'll pay the fine, I'll get ejected. That's a crash out. Y'all wonder what a crash out is? That's a crash out. A crash out when you don't care about nothing else. A crash out is not when you yell. A crash out is not when you argue. A crash out is when you put everything out there because there's nothing else. Like, you don't care about nothing. She didn't care about nothing. She didn't care about getting ejected. She didn't care about getting fined for criticizing the refs in the post-game interview. And she didn't care about cussing multiple times. And not just cussing, the words you can say on TV, cussing, hard cussing with the F-bombs. Crazy, bro. Well, there you have it. Crashing out for your franchise player. Go all out for your franchise player. That's how you defend your own teammates and your own players and stuff like that. That's how you become one of the greatest coaches of all time. And arguably the greatest coach in WNBA history. And there's the reason why. So shout out to Cheryl Reeve. That's crazy, bro. That's insane, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you. That whole situation is crazy. But yeah, man, I guess if anything, bro, the Fever fans should look at this like this isn't just us. All right, next. It's not just y'all. It's not just y'all. It's not just y'all. It's a physical league. It's a physical game. What did everybody say? Oh, they targeting Kayla, this and that. They said, bro, everybody get hit. Everybody get it. Now, you know what I'm saying? When someone gets hurt, when the star gets hurt, now it's, you know what I'm saying, right before the final, they probably ruined their whole season. Unless Buzz gonna combine for 50 points next game, the season over. Man. Satu, the Unicorn, AT, Kyle Copper, Dewana Bond. It's too much firepower, bro. The season is over. Sammy Wickham, the season is over. Put a fork in it. Get out of here. All right, next, man. So she was going all out, as she should, I guess.
We're going to do
frequently asked questions. I thought this was interesting. I haven't watched this full thing. I just saw the first couple seconds, and I was like, oh, I want to watch this. So yeah. I know that she does cuss in here. So I kind of want to give it some time because, you know, if you cussing in the first 2 minutes of a video, then, you know what I'm saying, might not be a chance, you know, you might get yellow marked or anything and stuff like that. So I'll read this. Conjoined twins Carmen Andrade and her husband Daniel share how they balance intimacy while respecting Lupita's boundaries through constant communication. Lupita, who is not that way and sees Daniel as brother, tunes out with her headphones when needed and says that she's single. Oh, that is very different. Okay. This is okay. This is intriguing. Wow. With that being said, I'm going to press play. All of the cuss words, I will just edit out. Okay, in the first 2 minutes. With that being said, we are going to press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Do an FAQ because some of you don't shut the fuck up on videos that nothing to do with our bodies. So, FAQ.
Oh, so if one of us is tired, we both don't have to be tired because we have two separate brains. Yes, one of us can be awake and one of us can be asleep because, again, different brains. We are two separate people.
I don't know about the death thing. We're not fucking dead.
We share a bloodstream. So eventually sepsis will kick in. And obviously within hours or days, the other one will die. But we're not dead, so why always ask us that? Like, are we a doctor? The whole jail thing. Never been through that process, so how would we know that? How would we have that kind of knowledge?
No, we cannot control each other's whims or halves.
Yes, I can drive. I have the right foot, so I drive.
No, we cannot read each other's minds.
We share a reproductive system, and we both felt our fucking pain when we had endometriosis. So you do the math of your weird, inappropriate questions about sex. Like I said before, we share a bloodstream, so if we drink or hypothetically get high, we'll both feel it.
We have 2 different stomachs, so we feel full at 2 different rates.
IDs and ID cards, we're still 2 different people. So we have 2 separate IDs and ID numbers and SSNs and all that kind of stuff. Tests, we take 2 different tests. Again,
This man, Daniel, boy, he look at him looking down, right, boy. Daniel, you man.
we are still 2 separate
Big Nate,
people.
what's him?
No, my boyfriend isn't dating both of us.
I don't want anyone.
Oh, if I close my eyes, I cannot see through her eyes. The amount of times that we've gotten that question.
Common sense is not that common.
True. 2 separate hearts, 2 separate lungs, 2 different stomachs that connect into 1 digestive system, 1 reproductive system, and I also have a detached reproductive system, or uterus. I have a detached uterus. 1 kidney each, our own arms, 1 leg each. Took a long time with physical therapy to learn how to walk. No, she did not feel when I got my piercing. No, I did not feel when she got her piercing. Yes, we can feel where we're attached, but other than that, it starts losing feeling, like, the more that we go in our own directions. Can't have kids, don't want kids. My partner feels the same way. We mostly sleep on our front because Lupita's scoliosis. Walk with more of a wobble or like unevenness because Lupita is about 1 inch to 1.5 inches shorter than I am.
Dang.
I think that was most of them.
We're gonna hear, oh, well, you're famous on TikTok because you're just conjoined twins. It's like, okay, thanks, but we want to just enjoy an app without having a video that's not even relevant to our bodies and have questions that are very intrusive about our bodies.
Every goddamn day.
Dang.
All right, bye.
Dang. Well, what is this conversation? It was just that people, they was just asking answering the questions that they usually get about their bodies. I thought it was like, I was like, man, these are questions I see people talk about all the time. All right, bro. They got 2 separate bad attitudes. Know that. Shotty with the headphones. I got some stuff to say, but I'm intrigued. Frequently asked questions too. It's extremely unrealistic for them to expect people not to ask them personal questions. They're obviously different than the majority. People are naturally curious about things that are different. What is the point of asking them about that over and over again? It's cruel. Most of us, they cannot. That boy Daniel said, we're 2 separate people. I have the right foot. We share the same bloodstream. Then you are not 2 separate people. Oh, okay. That's ignorant. That's funny. Celebrities with their younger selves. I'm going to have to sit this one out. You guys have at it. I'm sorry, but hilarious. They have great personality, though. How you, for sure. I've sent him 104 reels while he's asleep right now. He replied to all 104 reels individually. Stop. Love hits crazy when you're both unemployed. Yikes. We're 2 separate people. You sure about that? They want to be separated so badly. Okay. And there's another set of twins that are conjoined. Yeah. Conjoined twins are. It's okay. All right, bro. All right. Okay. She just answered it. She said it. Everything is so wrong about this. Everyone after watching this video, this has to be one of the most unique relationship dynamic in the world. Imagine being married by your spouse's twin who doesn't share the same feelings, literally lives in the same body. The level of communication, respect, and boundary setting here has to be something most normal couples can never handle. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Okay. All right. Let's keep it moving. We got a lot of stuff to talk about this morning. Let's keep it moving. Solange is opening up a library, and yeah, big deal. It's a library preserving a lot of the historical and important stories and books of Black and Brown literature. Obviously, I did a thing on Solange beforehand about her praising and having this mini altar and all the weird things in the spiritual realm. However, this is really cool, and I have to salute it. And Solange is just talented and extremely smart. I appreciate Solange. St. Huron Community Library. Welcome to the St. Huron Library, a literary center dedicated to students, artists, creatives, and general book literature enthusiasts interested in exploring and studying the breadth of artistic expression. Our focus is to propel the advancement of education, knowledge production, creative inspiration, and skill development through culturally relevant Black and Brown literary works. Offered seasonally with book selections by guest curators, this new collection highlights renowned and modern artists practicing within various themes of poetry, visual art, critical thought, design, and much more. These works can be borrowed by readers for 45 days, free of cost to our US-based community. It's free? Oh, well, it's a library, duh. This is so fire, though. Dang, this is fire. I ain't gonna hold you. A Daughter's Geography by Tazake Shange. American Neighbor, Negro Art, Cedric Dover, and The Ordinary Woman's Poems by Lucille Clifton. Art at the Houston Conwell. Dang, this is real cool, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I saw Solange one time. Solange was randomly like in a library in Decatur in Atlanta, which is east of Atlanta and stuff like that, in Decatur. And someone posted the picture and they were like, "Thank you, Solange, for showing up to the library and stuff like that." And she was holding like a book and stuff. And it was just crazy. It was like, oh snap, okay. Like that's one place where you can go to lay low as an entertainment celebrity and stuff like that, a library. And but to see she was kind of like, I guess, studying, it's really cool. See, there go that stuff. There go that witchcraft. There go. Meteor and the Black Cat, Michael and Black. My One Good Nerve, that's funny, by Ruby D. Native in Strange Lands. No matter where you travel, you still be Black. Wow, what a title. No Pain Like This Body of Tulips. Poems from Prison. This is really cool. I'm not gonna lie. And I like the website design too, where you just scroll over and you see all the things. Wow, what a cover. William Popel, the friendliest Black artist in America, The Meeting Point. This is really cool. The theme of is Blackness. And then yeah. So they're gonna change this out, what they say, every quarter. And you could get the books and stuff like that. That's really cool. Founder and creative director Solange Knowles, editor and director Chantel Arroyo, project manager Diane Shabazz Verney, project coordinator Kai Amiria, graphic designer Kai Jenrette, web designer Angela Esamata, and Studio Auto developed it. Shout out to Studio Auto. Man, Solange was DJing on behalf of St. Huron, like DJ St. Huron, bro, at this party I was at earlier. The one with Travis Scott, but I left it after Travis Scott performed to go to the Shaq event across the street, and I got like Sexy Red there and Adrian Peterson, which was like my favorite moment of asking Adrian Peterson if he's ever heard the Viking song from Saw Baby and singing it for him. But however, I was like, dang, like I've never seen Solange in person, bro. And like I like Solange as an artist more than Beyonce, so that would have been like a big deal for me or whatever. Yeah, so it's 45 days. It can be borrowed. And yeah, that's cool. That's cool, man. Index library terms. It's home to primarily out of print, rare, and first edition books. Please handle all titles with care. The library is free of charge and operates with an honor-based borrowing system through online registration. It is open exclusively to U.S.-based residents. Each borrower may reserve one book per person, with requests fulfilled on a first-come, first-served basis. Books are shipped directly to the borrowers with complimentary shipping and return postage, ensuring the library remains free to readers. All borrowed books must be returned within 45 days of checkout. Lost or damaged books will be charged market value to the borrower, with credit card information stored on file. Books not renewed, if applicable, are returned to the St. Huron Community Library under 3 remainder notices, nor explanation will be deemed lost and subject to charge. Yeah, so please just don't be you know what I'm saying, honor-based system, bro. Like act like you got some sense. Long story less long, man. All right. Next thing next. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Caleb Wilson's parents, they plan to sue. Hold on, let me get right. We lost audio on the share screen. And even though it doesn't matter now because I'm reading, it's gonna matter later. And then it's gonna be muted. Caleb Wilson's parents are set to sue the Qs and Southern University over his passing. This is from Fox 8. Caleb Wilson's parents sue the Qs and Southern University over the hazing passing. The petition of wrongful unaliving and survival damages was filed by Urana Brown Wilson and Corey Wilson Sr. New Orleans. The parents of Caleb Jaden Wilson, a Southern University student who passed away in February after an alleged hazing incident, filed a civil lawsuit on Friday seeking a wrongful unaliving and survival damages from the Omega Psi Phi fraternity and more than a dozen members of its university system. The petition for the wrongful unaliving and survival damages was filed by Urana Brown Wilson and Corey Wilson Sr. and the 19th Judicial District Court in East Baton Rouge Parish. The lawsuit names Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated and its local Beta Sigma and Lambda Alpha chapters, as well as the state of Louisiana, through the Board of Supervisors of Southern University and A&M College as defendants. The filing comes 7 months after the 20-year-old Wilson, a junior mechanical engineering student and member of the Human Jukebox Marching Band, passed away following a ritual for the fraternity. Authorities previously stated that Wilson passed away as a direct result of being punched repeatedly in the chest while pledging during an unsanctioned off-campus event at a local warehouse on February 27th. The lawsuit asserts claims of negligence, gross negligence, and intentional conduct, alleging that the fraternity organizations failed to supervise their members and prevent illegal hazing, and that the university failed in its duty to protect students from unforeseeable harm. In addition to the organizational bodies, the student named 12 individuals as defendants in the civil action, including Caleb M. McRae, Cal M. Thurman, and Isaiah E. Smith, all whom previously were arrested and charged with criminally by the Baton Rouge police in connection to his passing. McRae faces charges of manslaughter and felony criminal hazing. The petition states the following: that Wilson's collapse at the warehouse, fraternity members delayed contacting emergency services instead of transporting him to a local hospital where they allegedly gave false information about the circumstances of his injury before leaving. The Southern University system previously expelled the Beta Sigma chapter of Omega Psi Phi after an internal investigation concluded the chapter violated student code of conduct. The university also implemented a temporary ban on all new member intake activities for Greek organizations. Wilson's parents are seeking compensation for the loss of their son, his conscious pain and suffering before his passing, and the expenses related to the funeral and the burial. The civil action seeks to hold all parties involved, from the individuals who allegedly inflicted the blows to the national organization and school, accountable under Louisiana's laws, under the Max Groover Act, which criminalized certain forms of hazing. And that is that. Man, very sad story still. Extremely sad story. And yeah. Prayers up to the parents and the family, man, who still have to deal with this, each and every single day of their life. You know what I mean? For sure. Nothing can bring him back, but I'm sure justice will at least help, I guess, cope a little more. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Rest in peace, Caleb Wilson, for sure. Next, the FBI reportedly fired agents who were photographed kneeling during a racial justice protest in 2020. Shout out to Phil Lewis once again. Huffington Post. Here we go. This is from the Associated Press. It's from The Wire as well, from Eric Tucker. The FBI has fired agents who were photographed kneeling during a racial justice protest in Washington that followed the 2020 passing of George Floyd at the hands of the Minneapolis police officers. 3 familiar with the matter said on Friday. The Bureau said last spring had reassigned agents, but since fired them, said the people who insisted on anonymity to discuss personnel matters with the Associated Press. The number of FBI employees terminated was not immediately clear, but 2 people said it was roughly 20. Gosh, Leah, dub got fired for kneeling with the whole George Floyd thing. We was all together. Target made DEI promises. Now Target want to cry that we don't go to Target no more. Isn't that something? Target has a lot of the stuff that I could use. And it's very convenient because it's closer than a lot of the further grocery stores have. However, I've still not gone to Target for that. I've been going to Target for toiletries. I've just gotten toiletries from grocery stores. I've gotten toiletries from, pretty much grocery stores. I was about to say Walmart, but I haven't been to Walmart in a while either. And that's not like a Walmart. Walmart just kind of a little further than the other stores. All these people made all these promises and sat on their high horse. And black people, we are with you. USA Today said we are going to capitalize the letter B with the word black when describing black people. Thank you so much, USA Today. Where are all the people who said they were going to be there for black people and do better? Hey, white people, there's a history of oppression and treating these type of people wrong. We're all human beings. We're all Americans. And for far too long, black Americans have been treated unfairly, unjustly, and have received the short end of the stick. Therefore, we are going to induce these new initiatives to give black people a fair shot at their careers, at their personal lives, and for generations to come. That's what they all said. They all kneeled. They all put on dashikis. They all put the little scarves over their necks. They all did all these things in the Capitol. Made Juneteenth a federal holiday. Had Juneteenth annual anniversaries with Kurt Franklin and Aretha Franklin and Jennifer Hudson performing. And the TSU marching band from Tennessee State marching on the White House front lawn with Joe Biden looking confused on what day of the week it was. All of these things happened. Drewski was there at the Juneteenth event. Rashad Milligan was like, oh, hold on. Is that a flex? Is that a flex? Oh, I didn't mean to. Y'all did all of this stuff to show us that y'all was down with black people. And there was a shift that happened. Once we all seen that video, there was nearly 9 minutes of Derek Chauvin up in Minneapolis with this knee up on George Floyd's neck as he said, I can't breathe. We all agreed that we will do better as Americans, united together. We made pledges. I seen it. It wasn't that long ago. It was 5 years ago. Now Target done throughout DEI. Now Trump getting rid of woke curriculum. Now Trump getting rid of all the traces of slavery in all the museums and art places. And they're trying to erase what happened to let you know that it never happened. And how dare you suggest otherwise? And the FBI says, if you stood up back then, how you standing up for the ops? Rest in peace, Assata Shakur. She was 78. They said it was old age. They said it was just natural medical conditions. But the reason why Assata Shakur was in Cuba in the first place, because she was running from the false accusations of the FBI. The reason why the King family released a whole book of a statement once Donald Trump and the Trump administration that announced that they'd be releasing the full MLK files, is because they know the skewed perception and the falsified presented facts that they had on Martin Luther King Jr. while he was alive. The FBI yesterday, it was announced yesterday. This story is from yesterday, not from 20 years ago, not from 2000, not from when LeBron was drafted. This was yesterday, September 26, 2025. Hold on. Let me look at the date that it was published. September 26, 2025. And it was updated at 8:27 p.m. Eastern time. Updated 13 hours ago. The FBI fired 20 employees reportedly for participating in kneeling and protests following the passing of George Floyd. Because how dare you stand up for the ops? The photographs at issue showed a group of agents taking a knee in an apparent solidarity during one of the demonstrations following the May 2020 unaliving of George Floyd, passing that led to national reckoning and over policing and racial injustice that sparked widespread anger after millions of people saw the video of their arrest. An FBI spokesperson declined to comment on Friday. The firings come amid a broader personal purge as the Bureau as Director Kash Patel works to reshape the nation's premier federal law enforcement agency. 5 agents and top-level executives were known to have been summarily fired last month in a wave of ousters that current and former officials say has contributed to the declining morale. One of those, Steve Jensen, helped oversee investigations into the January 6, 2021 riot at the U.S. Capitol. Another, Brian Driscoll, served as an acting FBI director in the early days of the Trump administration and resisted Justice Department demands to supply the names of the agents who investigated January 6. A third, Chris Meyer, was incorrectly rumored on social media to have participated in the investigation into President Donald Trump's retention of classified documents at his Mar-a-Lago estate in Palm Beach, Florida. A fourth, Walter Giardina, participated in high-profile investigations like the one onto the Trump advisor Peter Navarro. A lawsuit was filed by Jensen, Driscoll, and other fired FBI supervisor Spencer Evans, alleged that Patel communicated that he understood that it was quote-unquote likely illegal to fire agents based on those cases they worked, but is powerless to stop it because the White House and the Justice Department were determined to remove all agents who investigated Trump. So even more corruption. Not only the people who stood up for black people, but also the people who were involved with the investigations of the President of the United States. Have you lost your mind? What did Jasmine Crockett tell this man, Patel? Yes, Jasmine Crockett's a Democrat. Yes. Okay, she's been elected. Get over it. She said that she understands black people's frustration with the Democratic Party. She doesn't agree with everything the Black Democratic Party does. But you have to choose. Someone's going to get elected. The left or the right is going to get. So you have to be something when you're running. Something's got to give. Anyways, back to Jasmine Crockett. What did she tell Patel on the stage? She said, "You're the most unqualified person in your position." He said, "That is, I do not agree with that." And she said, "It's not an opinion, it's a fact." You better say it, Jasmine Crockett. Because what the heck, brother? Patel denied at a congressional hearing last week taking orders from the White House on whom to fire and said anyone who he is fired failed to meet the FBI standards. Doesn't this seem fishy, bro? Don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining, brother. What the heck is going on in America right now, bro? Next scene. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Next scene. Shout out my brother Phil Lewis once again, dog. Shout out my brother Phil Lewis. Okay, what's the next scene? Speaking of the FBI, Charles Peanut Tillman, the former NFL player, the former Chicago Bears great, he said he left the FBI. So here it is from the Sun-Times. Shout out to the Sun-Times. I believe this is independent media. I'm like subscribed to them because of like Angel Reese stories that I was reading. Former Bears, well, not subscribed, but I'm on their newsletter and stuff like that. I left the FBI because I didn't agree with this role in immigration. He told the Pivot podcast in an episode this week that he left after 8 years because of his conscience. And this was written by Patrick Finley. Shout out to the Pivot. Great interview with Young Thug yesterday. And shouts out to Patrick Finley and the Chicago Sun-Times for writing the story. Former Bears cornerback Charles Peanut Tillman decided to leave the FBI in part because he didn't believe in the agency's role in enforcing immigration. Tillman told the Pivot podcast in the episode released this week that he left after 8 years because of his conscience. Some of the things that they're doing I personally don't agree with, such as immigration, Tillman 44 said. I didn't agree with how the administration came in and tried to make individuals do things against their beliefs. It didn't sit right. An example being immigration. Everybody told, you're going to go after the most dangerous criminals. But what you see on TV and what actually was happening was people weren't going after that. Personally, it just didn't sit well with me. And it didn't sit right with my conscience. You have to have the ability to refuse an order. Tillman said the immigration push didn't come from Chicago, but from Washington. He said that he left on good terms and that he, quote unquote, made enough money where I could walk away and be fine financially. He said he didn't have a sour taste or bitter taste in his mouth about his FBI experience. He said, I want the right side of history when it's all said and done, he said. Tillman said that he still takes pride in that after doubting himself when he first joined the FBI, he eventually felt like he belonged. I actually doubted myself, quote unquote, he said. Quote unquote, you got scientists and accountants in the upper echelon of smart individuals. The son of an Army sergeant, Tillman grew up thinking that he wanted to join the military and vowed to work in public service when he retired from football. He joked that he was recognized during raids. He would tell people that they had bigger troubles than him. Tillman taught close quarter tactics to FBI divisions from Chicago to Kenya. Goodness gracious, that's crazy. In detailing the work the FBI did to keep people safe, Tillman said that he was sent from his suburban home to the scene of a Highland Park on July 4th, 2022. He lived about 15 minutes away and arrived quickly. It was a pretty gruesome scene, he said. Then it was, all right, let's go. This is what we've been training for. Let's go find who this guy is. Tillman went to 2 Pro Bowls and was named the All-Pro once during his time with the Bears, 2013, 2014. He spent his last 2 seasons with the Panthers. He was one of 128 modern era nominees this week for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Only 3 to 5 players will be chosen. So there you have it. Charles Peanut Tillman, man. Left the FBI. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, so let's keep this thing moving, bro. Coach resigns amid, oh my goodness. I got some heaters today. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got some good stories today, chat. Goodness gracious. Legendary California coach suddenly resigns amid pimping allegations. Can you say that? Can I say that? I don't even know if I can say that. Okay, I guess I'll find out from YouTube, huh? I'll hope if I can remember, I'll edit that out. Trafficking controversy. Grayson Ware. Rod Barnes suddenly resigned as the college basketball coach at Cal State Bakersfield on late Wednesday night. This surprising announcement comes just 3 weeks after one of his assistants was arrested on human trafficking, weapons, and drug charges. It is unclear on whether those 2 things are related. However, the school has yet to announce the reason for this unexpected shakeup. And the Roadrunners are set to begin their 2025-2026 college basketball season on November 3rd. The timing is less than ideal. Rob Barnes is a legend. Barnes was hired at Cal State Bakersfield in 2011. He's the second winningest coach in program history and led the Roadrunners to their first and only NCAA appearance in 2016. He also guided his team to the NIT semifinals. The coach is a 2-time WAC Coach of the Year and is one of the most respected coaches in college basketball after a successful run at Ole Miss in the late 1990s and early 2000s. After a brief stint at Georgia State, oh, Lord have mercy, he was also named Naismith College Coach of the Year in 2001. What? Hold on. Oh, my goodness. What? When he was the head coach? When the Joker was the head coach at Georgia State? When he, a former Naismith National Coach of the Year, enters his 4th season at Georgia State, he took over the program. So he was right before Ron Hunter, I mean. Dang. But he didn't win nothing. He was National Coach of the Year. He didn't win nothing at Georgia State. Nathaniel. And his joke, he was pimping. He was pimping like that. Dang, broski, you was wildin', twin. All right. Anyways. Can I pause these ads? How does this go? Okay, cool. What in the world, bro? That's insane. Anyways, unfortunately, Cal State Bakersfield had not finished above 500 since 2021, both in the Big West Conference and overall. It's been disappointing, although it was probably time for a shakeup in Central California. Anyway, the 59-year-old coach was not expected to resign at any point in the calendar year. The Roadrunners are 39 days from their season opener. Cal State Bakersfield is still in the controversy. This sudden resignation comes less than a month after assistant men's basketball coach Kevin Mays was arrested in suspicion to human trafficking and other crimes. Mays played at Cal State Bakersfield from 2014 to 2016. Oh, he's young. He was on Barnes' staff as an assistant for the last 6 seasons. The Bakersfield Police Department began its investigation into the 32-year-old in August after an anonymous tip claimed the woman was being trafficked across California, Oregon, and Washington. Geez. Detectives later located the victim in Sacramento. She identified Mays as her alleged trafficker. Investigators also connected Mays and the victim through traffic stops, rental car records, and multiple advertisements on the internet. Dang. Officers served a warrant arrest to the assistant coach on September 5th. They also searched his car and apartment. They found loaded, unregistered guns, narcotics, and other evidence of drug sales. In addition to the felony counts in connection to pimping and pandering investigation, Mays was charged with multiple misdemeanor counts related to and drug possession. He pleaded not guilty to all the charges. The legendary coach is not only collateral. Cal State Bakersfield has not connected the resignation of Rob Barnes to the arrest of Kevin Mays, even though it seems to be related strictly in terms of optics. Barnes and not anyway connected to Mays. Hold on, sorry, yo. Connected to Mays' alleged illegal activity, but a college basketball coach will not step down at any point of the season without impetus. Athletic director Cal Condor stepped down from his role after the assistant coach was elected. Oh, the latest departure seems to familiar reason. So they was all in on it. They was all, hey. With that being said, the university has not said a bad word about it. As now former head coach, there's not any ill will. It was a necessary move. I want to thank Coach Barnes for guiding our scholar athletes since 2011 and emphasizing academic excellence, teamwork, community engagement, and its highest levels of competition, says CSU Bakersfield president Vernon B. Harper Jr. His enthusiasm for our teams and student athletes created excitement and a spirit in the Icardo Center and spread beyond our campus into the greater community, deepening our loyalty to CSUB and nurturing a new generation of Roadrunner fans. And there you have it. I also want to commend, they kept going. I also want to commend Coach Barnes for his leadership of the men's basketball team through 2 defining moments in CSUB athletics history: the transition to the Big West Conference and challenges related to the collegiate competition during the pandemic. Please join me in thanking Coach Barnes for his passion and leadership that he brought to the men's basketball team and for our entire university and community. Mike Scott has been appointed to acting director of athletics, Dr. Sarah Toole, to serve as an acting head coach. The university will conduct a nationwide search for a permanent head coach. It's written by Grayson Weir. Wow. That is something. That's something for sure. I didn't know this joke coached at Georgia State before Ron Hunter. And it turned out to be nothing, huh? Nadanya. Next, the writer from The Bear was taken up in custody for what? We don't know.
This is Alex O'Keefe. You may not know his face or his name, but you are probably familiar with his work. He's a very accomplished screenwriter whose credits include writing for The Bear. So chances are you've seen his work, and that is the thing you should know him for. You should know him for the art he creates. Unfortunately, this is also Alex.
To arrest the one black dude on the train because this white woman said she didn't like the way I was sitting on the train. So you call the police. You call the police to arrest the one black dude on the train. I haven't done anything illegal. I haven't done anything illegal. I haven't done anything illegal. I am sitting on a train, and one white woman didn't like my presence. Resisting what? Resisting what? What are you trying to arrest me for? I was sitting on a train. I was sitting on a train, and you're trying to arrest me for what? Can I not even know what you're trying to arrest me for? Because a white woman, this white woman, resisting what? Am I being arrested?
Jesus. So Alex was on the MTA, and according to him, he was sitting in a seat when an elderly white couple got on, and the woman chastised him for his posture, told him to change his posture and sit differently. He was not interested in complying. Doesn't have to. He was comfortable how he was sitting. She then went and complained to the conductor, which I believe is that gentleman up there. And he called the police. The police came and put Alex in handcuffs and removed him from the train
Bro,
for
what?
disturbing the peace. Because apparently, sitting
On a
can
train.
disturb the peace.
Oh, y'all crazy.
Now, do I have to explain to you how dangerous it is to call the police on a black man and force an aggressive interaction
Facts.
for no goddamn reason?
Facts.
Because of how because an old lady didn't like how he was sitting? Are you fucking kidding me? This is like Emmett Till shit. He was removed. His day was altered at the very least. I believe at some point they finally let him go. But he never should have been in fucking cuffs in the first place. The police should have never been called in the first place. This woman going to complain to the conductor, he should have been like, okay, fine, sit down. Go sit down. You got a seat right there? Cool. You sit in your seat, you worry about you.
Oh, facts.
Instead, he called the police.
For what?
On a young black man who wasn't complying with the wishes of others.
Of sitting down, bro.
This is why we still talk. This is why I have to make videos. Because of stupid bullshit like this that should have never escalated to this
He's talking
point.
that talk, won't it?
This is ridiculous and disgusting.
Come on,
and
man.
It has to fucking stop.
And there it is. He's talking that talk. That boy spitting that fire. I ain't gonna hold you. Shout out Tizzy ENT. In this article, MTA says that he had his feet up on the seat. Well, as a daily rider of the MTA and Lair, it seems like I'm always seeing people with their feet up on the seats. Yet you see anyone with the cops get called on it. Heck, the conductors don't even say nothing when they come checking for tickets. Crazy. I've seen people crap on the trains in NYC. I saw a man lay down, cut and snort a line of coke off the subway floor. Everyone minded their business in both cases. Well, the guy ishing his pants caused all of us to move to another car, but nobody had the cops called. Y'all probably should have called the cops. Well, I don't know. Like, geez Louise, that's disgusting.
I'm Kylie, and I grew up in a very conservative area. I wanted to say that a lot of white people genuinely live some of the most miserable and isolated lives that you could even imagine. I think there are 3 reasons for this. The first is that there is just a general idea of just hyper-individualism and hoarding of resources. A lot of them are extremely stingy, don't tip well, and also don't donate to local charities. They're very isolated, and what few friends they have, their connection is built upon shared bigotry, which is obviously not a strong connection. Number 2, a lot of white people feel a sense of emptiness. They have the job, the car, the career, the kids, the Bible, but they don't feel that sense of fulfillment. I think it's because the subliminal messaging that white people get from birth is that they're so much better than everybody else. And once you're in that sort of position, you will not allow yourself to open up to other people and opportunities that would genuinely bring you joy and fulfillment. And the third reason is that a lot of white people genuinely feel like equality is the oppression of white people. That means other people getting rights means that some of ours get taken away somehow, which obviously isn't true and shows the hyper-competitive nature of being white in America.
Thanks. Shout out Kylie. Feet up, lounging across 2 seats, sitting on his freaking head. I don't care. I hope this woman never sets foot inside a movie theater because seeing the white kids sprawled all over the sticky seats will put her down. And I hope the conductor is fired and sued. I didn't hear the cop mumble his Miranda rights. If I'm ever unfortunate enough to be on Metro North, I'm usually at a time of low passenger volume, and I always snag a corner seat and spread my stuff out. If Granny Karen, I have to spread my stuff out just because of my legs. So, like, I do this a lot. Take up a whole row on the train or the bus or something like that because, like, tall person, bro. If Granny Karen and I are ever on the train at the same time and she takes more than a suitable physical demeanor for me to adapt, stuff is about to get real in 10 seconds and the problem will be solved. Then again, I'm like, people also have you don't know what this man was doing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what this man was doing, like, all day. Like, people had a long day. He can't just sit and get to his, you know what I'm saying, mind his own business, bro. It's public transportation. It ain't your personal car. You don't own the train. What's wrong with you? The white supremacist conductor should be fired, and I hope the brother get an attorney to sue the heck out of him and that whole white woman and the police department. I've never seen any videos happen when blacks are rude to whites. Why is that? Is that your takeaway from this? Because he's black Irish. This isn't someone being rude. She's a racist, Dusty. Ooh, because black people don't call the cops on white people, you moron. He tries daily to let his 3 black friends know that he's one of the good ones. He was basically removed because she felt uncomfortable about his skin. I want to know who the conductor is. I'm seeing some things The only thing that I'm seeing is there's a whites only sign. Sitting on a train while black, it never ends. Those officers need to be fired immediately. Facts. It's 2025 and this stuff is still happening. Dang. What's her name? She old, right? That's funny. Let me guess. There are different laws for the railroad and train and stuff like that. Wait, sir. You are such an unreliable reporter. You have no shame or ethics. I find myself saying white people at least once a day and disregarding the fact that I'm also white. What is white, son? None of you were there. No one corroborated his story. You're all assuming that this fat, flabby-headed, makeup-wearing frohawk with bald spot behind it, our word, knows that this story is totally true. Well said. Shut up, Magatar Inside. All right, bro. Comment sections, bro, are like... Comment section's so crazy, bro. Y'all be talking crazy in my comments. And sometimes y'all be saying stuff like y'all expect me to, like, respond, like, ooh. But I don't give no, you know what I'm saying? I do not care. I ain't about to go back and forth with you, my brother. You ain't even my brother. All right. Next is the Karrahbooo Twitch thing. So obviously 2 days ago, I uploaded a short of just like Kara went live on Twitch for 30 minutes on yesterday was Friday, so Thursday. On Thursday, like after work hours around 6 p.m. Eastern time. And she just went live for 30 minutes. She hasn't been going live that much, especially during the day lately. But so this is what she said. Because I uploaded the short, so it's important for me to give context in my notes and stuff, because she said once you upload the clips, make sure you tell the full story. So here's what I got from the reason why she went live and why she ran it. And you might be like, oh, Karrahbooo, let it go, this and that. Bro, this is her career. Like, imagine you can't do your job. Like, he's just gonna sit down, be quiet, and like not do your job. Like, she just want to do her job. So here it goes, right? This is what happened. Karrahbooo and Yachty had disagreements. So as Yachty initially said, they mutually departed ways. Then he said she was kicked out of Concrete Boys. Then Karrahbooo said she left Concrete Boys. However it happened, Concrete ain't with Kara's not with Concrete anymore. However, Kara was the most popular person in Concrete. She was the most popular artist in Concrete. So because of that, it ain't just like, oh, I'll cut my losses with the money, I'll let you go. Kara was the most profitable artist with Concrete. Yachty can say, you know, I didn't make any money with y'all. I'm in the red with Kara. Concrete has left me in the red. He can say that all he wants. Kara, out of all the people, DC and everything like that, and shout out to DC, Giraffe is a hard rapper as well. And Camo had a lot of great moments on Volume 1 of Concrete Boys. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, Karrahbooo, numbers-wise, was leaps and bounds above everybody else. All of her songs, she got like 5 songs. They all got like 1 million plays at least. So she was the star. She was the person that everybody was waiting for. She was the person that everybody wanted to see all the time. And that was the case, right? So with that being said, right, with Kara, Yachty didn't want to let her go because, like he said, business is business. And he was kind of inadvertently saying, like, you're profitable to me. Like, I can't just let you go. Like, I built up this superstar in his eyes, you know, like I helped build up. And Yachty did help. Like, his platform did help give Karrahbooo a platform, or a larger platform. Because Kara was already viral before she signed with Concrete. I'm saying a lot of side notes, but I'm just giving you the background here. So that's what he said about Kara. And he said, business is business. If you want to drop, you can drop, but you have to do it through the label. If you want to leave the label, you have to buy your way out your contract, because we have an agreement. You signed a contract. This is what Kara did. Kara went to different labels, and she found what she's saying on this last live is that she has found a label to sign her, and the label will pay the buyout price from Concrete to get her free from Concrete. I'm not sure QC as well, but let's just say Concrete to say on the safe side. They'll buy her out of her Concrete deal, and they would give her more money as well for her new deal to sign with them. So that was the deal that Kara claims that she has found. They have presented it to Concrete, according to Kara, and Concrete is still not signing the papers on their side because they still want more. Kara is saying in this live and stuff like that that they didn't expect me to find another deal. They thought that I was done out of luck once they cut ties with me. That's not the case. I found another one, and they have the offer, so sign it, let me be free, and let me go to my next label situation. That's what Kara's saying, everything like that, right? So that's what's going on right now. And the reason why now Concrete's trying to negotiate with the buyout. So what they're negotiating right now, their offer is, okay, we'll accept this buyout from you guys if Kara gives us 20% of all of her earnings. So merch, streaming, anything that Karrahbooo does related to being Karrahbooo, the artist, 20% of that is still going to go to Concrete. Kara says after 20% from Concrete, whatever percentage from her new label, lawyer fees, manager fees, taxes, she ain't getting nothing still. She said that's not a good deal for me. I'm not going for that. Just let me be. You guys are moving the goalposts once again when the original thing was get the buyout price from another label or get the buyout price, period. You know, pay your dues to get out of this contract or the money that you owe us from signing this deal, and you can walk free. But they're moving the goalposts. So that's what the whole rant was about. And yeah, so I have some other clips from the situation. Obviously, this is the one that I put on the short. And
they want me to come back, right? They asked me at least 20 fucking times to come back in the past year. But look, what sense do it make, okay? I come back to a group where y'all treated me like shit, then left me for dead. Then, now you want me to come back, but there's a girl who looks just like me with my watch on, and it doesn't even fit him because the links, there's not enough links. So I got a nigga with a tight watch.
Oh, and that one, and that was like a live honest reaction and stuff. Because she was going from thing to thing. I didn't know what was going on. I was recording that in real time. She was talking about just how Concrete, over the time, they've tried to bring her back multiple times. This is something that Yachty himself has confirmed on Club Shay Shay. He said that, yeah, we actually got to an agreement to bring her back and said, hey, this is stupid. We brought her back, but it just didn't work again. What Kara was saying about Yachty was talking to her something crazy. Now, at the same time, if you look at Karrahbooo, how she posts on social media sometimes and things of that sort, Kara, she seems like from afar, I don't know Karrahbooo personally, but she seems like she, you know what I'm saying, she can be taken there. You know what I'm saying? Like where you get her hyped and stuff like that, and she'll go off, she'll go on a rant, whatever, what the case might be. All right. She'll go there if you push her there. So it appears whenever Kara did that or whatever with around Yachty or whatever, Yachty would just be like demeaning her, 2 words. Like he said, shut up. And then another time he said something like, he was like, pull up. You know, she typed paragraphs and he'd be like, shut up, pull up. Like, what you gonna do about it? Like, you can't do nothing about it. You ain't gonna do nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Like, I'm Yachty, I'm your boss. Like, it is what it is. And she said, the next time you call me out my name, because she said that he was allegedly calling her out of her name when they got mad and arguments and back and forth and stuff like that. Next time I feel disrespected from you beyond just a professional relationship, I'm gonna leave. And that's that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've had these back and forths, but I'm gonna leave the next time you disrespect me. I guess Yachty disrespected her again, so she wanted to leave. So now they're still asking her to come back. She claims in that video that they've asked her to come back 20 times. She said, why would I come back to a group that is disrespecting me multiple times? And now you've added new people, one person that looks like me and another person, a new artist, Honest, who's wearing the jewelry that you previously had me wear. I've returned all my jewelry. I have this offer on the table to pay back any money that I owe. What is the issue? Let me go. Why are you still trying to hold on to this 20% just because you helped discover me or, give me that initial push? Why? Just let me go. You said, oh, it ain't no thing to let you go. I'll let you go, whatever. Just do it. And so that's the situation they're in right now. I have more videos. I'll just play them right quick right now. This is a 1.5 minute video. Brace yourselves.
Right. Okay. So what sense does this make, right? The 4 boys, they're allowed to drop on their own anytime they want and collect all the money to themselves and not split anything with anybody. They don't gotta pay out nobody. Every single drop. They making hell money, they going up, right? But the girl, she is not allowed to drop nothing. She gotta fight to drop. And then when she can drop, she gotta like she don't get a single cent from me. Like over 100 million plays, I never got. I mean, I have over 100 million streams, and I never made one single cent, one penny. Never seen a penny, never. Like y'all really got me fucked up because I'm a girl.
You was the only one with an ROI. You was the only one with a return on investment.
Sit here and shut the fuck up and just let these niggas keep playing with me. But I was trying to I don't know what I was trying to do. I don't know what I was trying to do. But now I know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to air it out. Okay?
Free care. Free care.
Talk. If you're not gonna speed it up, I'm gonna speed it up for y'all. Stop fucking playing with me. I've been quiet and that's nothing like me. I never been quiet and I never been the type of kid hoe. You got me fucked up. You had me fucked up the whole time. Like, do anybody think of?
It's lagging. Free care.
Even look back, like.
So that was the second part about her talking about the entire situation of how everybody else was able to drop, but she wasn't able to drop. Like, what's going on? And I said, obviously, I think it's because you have the ROI. When you drop, it moves people. Like, you know, people notice when you drop. Like every time you drop, it goes viral. Like whether or not people are saying it's trash or people saying like it's hard, your stuff goes viral. It still goes viral. Like you dropped a snippet about a month ago and it went viral. And no one else on Concrete, respectfully, and shout out to DC2 Trill. I think he's a sensational artist, one of the best in the underground right now. You know, no one else in Concrete's moving like that every time they drop. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it was so like, no, Kara, hold it. She's just expressing her frustrations. This is the last video I have. This is when she's going off on Yachty. You guys might have seen this one. This is the one that's kind of going viral on social media right now. And yeah.
Shut the fuck up, your lying ass. You want part ways? Nigga, I'm trying to part ways. You won't fucking let me go. Damn. That live had me fucked up. I was so sad because everybody was like, oh, you got kicked out, but I didn't. But it's like, whatever. And towards the end, I started noticing hella shit, like money being taken from me and me not getting, I started realizing what's really going on, basically. So that was another reason why I was so fed up.
And so her fans, in particular, Sheezy, shout out to Sheezy over there. She from Cincinnati. I don't know where she lives, but she from Cincinnati. I think one of my favorite follows, if not my favorite follow. One of my favorite, because I like Andre G too. One of my favorite follows on Twitter, Sheezy. She was speaking up for Kara, and she's a Kara fan and things of that sort. This is what she said in reaction to all of it. Not one lie. Once Boat kicked her out, the group lost all their traction. They dropped one project since It's Us Volume 1 that absolutely made no noise. He knew that Kara was a star, and he panicked once she was gone. LMAO. Hey, it is what it is. So there's the situation with that. Karrahbooo. What's going on over there and stuff. So yeah. Okay. All right. Now, next thing. We're going to stay along the side of music real quick. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. But we are on the back half. Here's the official track list for the Alchemist and Erykah Badu album, according to B. Miller, who's at the listening party. And so you see the features. You got Westside, boom, 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 boom. DJ Creole Princess. You got Thundercat. You got Drum. You got Thundercat again. And you got Earl Sweatshirt. You got Westside again. And you got Kamasi Washington. I'm sorry. I said your name wrong, Kamasi. But I see your name a lot. I do see your name a lot and stuff like that with artists and stuff. So it sounded like it's gonna be a vibe, bro. I'm excited for the Earl joint. The Earl album, bro. Like, bro, it's crazy. The first listen, I said, bro, I don't know how to get jiggy with this. Now it's like the thing I listen to the most, bro. I listen to the Earl album the most right now. I haven't listened to the new Doja Cat. I haven't listened to the new Thug. I already know. He just ain't for me. But Doja Cat, I'm excited to listen to. The Saba album, obviously earlier this year, Slept On album that is still a solid album. The Mike albums, great albums this year. Man, obviously clips, the Tyler joints, it's just been a great year, bro. It's been a great year, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Not gonna lie to you. The Freddie Gibbs joint with the it's a lot of the Joseph Bottoman, you know what I'm saying? Okay, now there's a thread about the Loopers album. So I wanted to highlight that because it seemed really cool. So here it is. So Loopers channels the spirit of Salvador Dali in his new surreal album, Dali Ain't Dead, a thread. Zaloopers as on Salvador Dali as an inspiration for his new album. Dali is an inspiration because of his unconventional way of living life. I consider myself as a different breed of musician. Wow. Zaloopers on his friendship with Zach Fox. Zach is my brother, and we're literally always together. He's a positive influence on my life, and it's a light in so many aspects. Never a dull moment with my bro. He always finds time to uplift and give advice. That's my bestie. I remember, I think Zaloopers was a dude on the Sick album from Earl Sweatshirt. It's like, rise along me, I'm rising, what my eyes can see. Yeah, I thought it was funny. Zaloopers on collaborating with Paris, Texas. Earl put me onto them, and I felt like we were so much alike. I had to meet him, and when I did, it was like 2019. Louis told me how much I inspired him and referenced so many of older albums and bars from me. I love them dudes, and I think that they were doing innovative things when it comes to productions and rhymes. They inspire me. It's a blessing to have homies like them. Tracks like Hypnagogia and Shrooms showcase the Loopers' usual maniac energy, while songs like Play With Your Pride reveal an artist leading to tackle experimental impulses more strategically, living up to the Dali-inspired vision. The project was produced by Dillip. I slicked my hair back on some old school Detroit red type stuff, and it all came to me. New album from the Loopers, Dali Ain't Dead, is out now, in addition to a music video for Hypernagia. It seems pretty cool. I'm gonna check it out. So Loopers is a guy like obviously I know who he is because he does features, and it's kind of like around a lot of the artists I listen to, but I've never like just fully gone solos of Loopers. But I like this concept. I'm intrigued. I'm hooked. Excuse me. We reacting to videos now. Let's react to some videos.
So this gentleman here is telling me to tell my 8-month-old.
What would you do?
Stop screaming because he has sensitive ears. I know it's loud, but he's an adult. He can leave, and he chooses not to leave. He's choosing me to tell me to take my baby out because he has sensitive ears.
You need to learn to be respectful.
Yo, you need to learn to be respectful. It's crazy. That's a baby, bro. He beefing with a baby. He said, you need to learn how to be respectful, you baby. It's a baby, bro.
Child, sir. It's not me. I didn't do anything. You came to me about my child, did you not? You're speaking for other people that haven't spoken, and the only reason I'm furious about it is because you came to address me about an 8-month-old. I'm not forcing any. I didn't tell the baby to talk. I'm happy that she has a voice, and I'm happy she can speak, because there's children out here that can't even speak. That's nonverbal. So I am grateful for my child to be able to have a voice, and that's not up to you as an adult to chastise me or to whoop me because my child is speaking. You can't remove yourself from this restaurant. No, you're disrespectful, you're entitled, and you're being privileged right now, because there was nothing in this world that made you feel like you can come say that to me about my child, and then you're upset that I'm reacting. I'm reacting to your response. There are nonverbal children out here, and you want to sit here and act like I'm supposed to suppress my child's voice? I'm not responsible for the way that men have probably mistreated.
You do need to tell your child to shh. Like, shh. It's a baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, the baby just don't need to be everywhere you go. However, on his end, he don't need to be, oh, get your child out of here. You need to be respectful, this and that. Bruh, no. You need to mind your business. You need to leave if you can't take the baby crying. Or like, hey, I'm gonna step outside if you can knock on the door or whatever when the baby come or when the food come and things like that. We'll find somewhere else to eat. We'll find somewhere else to go. It's a crying baby, bro. You can't kick out the crying baby, bro. The baby's just crying. It just is what it is. Well, it's not crying, it's screaming. However, at the same time, like, yes, suppress your child's voice in public. Like, shh. It don't take much to do that, bro. But I know children are a sensitive topic for people.
Me, and I'm a happily married woman. What are you talking about, baby? I'm 10 years next week. Clap it up for me. That's what you can do. So no one has mistreated me. You've been disrespectful. I didn't accuse you. Have I ever said racist? Did I say racist in here?
I was talking down to you because of privilege.
No, I said you're being, privilege does not equal racism. Let me educate you for a second, sir. Privilege, hold on, no. Let me educate this man. No, let me educate him because he just said I call him racist. I never did it. I said privilege because you're being an adult and you're expecting me to remove my child when I patronize this restaurant just like you. That is privilege. You're expecting me to put yourself over everybody else in this restaurant. It's not a thank you, but you realize how disrespectful it is, right?
I'm so sorry.
No, I'm so livid.
Yeah, I'm so sorry because I totally understand. Like having kids, it can be hard, and like sometimes it's hard to like get them to listen to you when they're not even able to like.
I can tell them she's 8 months.
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying like I'm sorry for like having the confrontation and stuff like that. I'm not saying it's anything is your fault. I totally understand. Yes, ma'am. I get it. So I'm just trying to calm the.
We're already leaving, so it's not a thing.
Yeah. So that's why I'm not even making a big deal.
But I'm mortified. I'm not gonna lie to you, because as a parent,
I understand. Like
that's telling me I gotta go in my house and never come out with my children, all because he's an adult. He can actually leave. If he felt it was uncomfortable for him, he didn't have to come and speak to me. He could have left. Me, he's speaking for other people in the restaurant, making it an uncomfortable experience.
Yeah.
That would have.
Yeah, I totally understand. Yes, ma'am.
And I come here a lot.
Yeah, I know. I see you all coming here a lot too.
Thank you.
I'm thankful, and every time you come here with your kids, I never
and
have.
I've seen other people with kids, and they yell, and we felt bad. But when we see the other family coming with kids, we realized this was a family establishment,
yeah, exactly.
And that's why we never
and
that's why we come back.
And the baby just still yelling.
And you don't. Exactly. And thank you for that.
Yep. So I totally understand, and I'm sorry for the inconvenience. The situation.
Baby just still yelling.
I'll to go this man.
Got a lot of kids, man. Jeez Louise. Let me see the comments. He beefing with a baby. The baby said he want to be funny. I'm about to be hilarious. So you should bring your screaming baby in public, and if people don't want to hear it, they should leave. And he said, correct, you get it. We all know babies get loud. However, a good mother can make it less by teaching her, even at 8 months, then they act differently in public. She can shh. We are inside now. Use your inside voice. It's obvious moms never taught inside voices. What? The other children weren't loud. It was just the baby that was loud. You know what I'm saying? Me pretending not to care about the situation, even though I'm listening. Disrupting is disruption. Imagine if the barking dog was unattended alarm. It's in the shape of consideration. They said none of those things are an infant baby. Unattended alarm, a shared space of consideration. I'm on her side because she said privilege and here are racist. So I've had situations. We've been in restaurants, airplanes, hotels, lobbies, just different establishment where there's a screaming child doing a lot. It's going to be annoying, extremely a continuous thing. Facts. When my granddaughter started acting up away from the table, I took her away from the table and entertained her elsewhere. It's very important. It's a very busy restaurant, and her crying is very not good for everyone, including our table of 8. She calmed down when I came back, and we all ate in peace. You have to calm the baby. The baby wasn't crying, but it was screaming. You're an actual idiot. That would be you, actually. Why am I an idiot? My comment in no way was offensive towards you. Facts. Telling the 8 months to be respectful is insane. Facts. I get a crying baby doing too much, but she was giggling. Like, be for real. Exactly. Like, it wasn't incessant. A baby girl discovering her voice is every now and again. Ain't much control when she's 8 months years old. I was extremely lucky with my kids, as both are extremely well-behaved babies. Babies, personally, are very loud, but crying baby can be very agitating when it's forced upon you. But this baby wasn't crying bloody. It wouldn't bother me. You can tell their friend was embarrassed. Facts. Expecting an 8-month-old to keep quiet and expecting the dog not to wake is like expecting the dog. He wrong, but she wronger. You wrongest. He could have just left. The simple. All right, bro. That baby's sweet voice is a blessing. Unpopular opinions, but I don't think babies should be out to eat until they are able to behave. Very unpopular opinion. It's during the day. If it was at nighttime, yeah. At nighttime, yeah. Get a babysitter. Get the people a babysitter. But like during the day, bro, it's during the day, bro. They probably just going out doing activities. It's the only time that they can get out because they are the babysitters and are the caretakers. The baby still was making noise. That was funny. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to the baby. I ain't talking about the baby. Baby. How does freeze up? Hold on. Let me turn off the camera and turn it back on. It's still frozen? Okay, there we go. All right, we're going to keep it moving. I was wrong about Charlie Kirk.
Racist, and I was encouraged heavily to. I made a comment saying that Charlie Kirk was a racist, and I was encouraged heavily to go back and rewatch his videos in their entirety instead of taking little snippets and clips from videos and taking them out of context. And because I'm not afraid to admit that I was wrong, because I do always want to learn and educate myself, I did exactly that, and I decided to rewatch a lot of his videos. And I gotta admit that I am a little bit embarrassed because I truly did not know a lot of what he said. I wasn't privy to it because I did stop watching him quite a long time ago because I did feel that he was a little bit racist. But after rewatching them, I am embarrassed because I realized that I've been being Black wrong my entire life, and I had no clue. I genuinely color me shocked to find out that I could wield my DEI card and I could get any position that I wanted, despite the fact that I am woefully unqualified. So I am going to apply to
She gets it. She gets it. This is honoring. Okay.
The head of cardio at a hospital, maybe a pilot. I don't know, for fun. I don't know. I was thinking about being the CEO of a company, and I'm going to tell them that I want to be a DEI hire and that they have to hire me because I'm a Black woman. And I didn't know I could do that.
She gets it. This is using your Black privilege to the fullest extent. This is using 100% of the brain, man. This is what this is right here. This is what we need. This is the wired thinking that is necessary to take this country to the next level. And I appreciate her. She's a true patriot.
I truly didn't know. If I had known that, I probably would have gotten into Yale with my grades. I got really good grades in high school for the most part. And I didn't know. I had no clue that all I had to do is tell them that I wanted to get in because I'm Black on the basis of being Black. I didn't know. I feel so stupid because Charlie enlightened me, and he, even though he himself had zero credentials, he did call into question the credentials of plenty of qualified people on the basis of their race. And he thought that they were not qualified for their position. He was skeptical because he thought they were getting in simply because of their race, that if there was a Black pilot, he should be wary of that. If there's a Black doctor, he should be wary of that. Even at some point, he called a Black one, said that there are moronic Black women in customer service positions.
Right,
and that he thinks they got it because of DEI. So
they do be rude. They do be rude.
I'm going to use that to my advantage and take those positions from some unsuspecting white men. And sorry about it, buddy. You weren't born with the right privilege. I'm just going to start taking people's jobs, and then I might get involved in some other 13% activities and maybe get heavily involved in some gang violence later. I don't know. Maybe go rob a store. I don't know. The world is my oyster. Thank you for opening my eyes, Charlie.
That's the way you know what I'm saying, honor his legacy for sure. That's the way you do it. I'm very hyped. Let's go. Phoenix Mercury, before the whole controversy last night with Nafisa Collier, they sung some Jonas Brothers songs. And if you know anything about the Jonas Brothers, they forced them to move their concert to Monday night because of the playoffs. So with that being said, here we go. Phoenix Mercury is singing their favorite Jonas Brothers song.
So we went to the year
80,000.
Hey. I don't know any songs. I don't even know one song. Doing fine. What you say?
Doing fine.
I'm slipping into the fire. And I'm trying to keep from going.
Come on, Kyle.
All of them my favorite because what they did for us was big love. So all of them. I really like What a Man Gotta Do. Leave Before You Love Me.
Oh, she gave actual cuts. She gave actual cuts. Hey, shouts out. She gave actual cuts.
Man Gotta Do. Leave Before You Love Me.
Thanks to the Jonas Brothers for giving us our home court. We really appreciate it. Like, that is not taken for granted. I'll play some songs in the locker room. How about that?
Shout out to Side too. How about all right?
Sorry.
I heard they're performing dancing today. Right?
I said I'm here for the year 3000.
The one that's been stuck in my head all week
Shout out Jasmine Thomas.
is the one from Camp Rock.
This is a real.
Yes.
This is a real.
That one.
Hard. Shouts out to Demi Lovato.
The third
But I have this dream, like it's so far away. I gotta let it show. It's time to let you know. To let you know. This is my second time singing that song on stream in like the past week.
one, I believe. But I can't sing it though. I'm not a singer. I don't really even know any Jonas Brothers. Oh, Year 3000. I feel like that was a banger back in the day.
Shouts out to the Jonas Brothers. Yes, sir. Shouts out to Love Bug. Man, whew, what a song. One of my favorite songs ever, bro. Love Bug. I like the way that it's constructed, the way that it builds up. Builds up almost like a gospel song, bro. Shouts out to the Jonas Brothers. All right, into the Mafia Down 3.
Cause girl, you know that you're so fine.
Who just took a hard the whole day?
All right, so in the background, man, to give y'all background, the girl in the background dancing, that's a girl that Rakai used to like bring on stream and kind of like flirt with on stream and stuff like that. Her name is Reese, and she just went on a date with Rakai for a stream, even though on there, she told Rakai she has a man. But here it is.
Who just took a hard the whole day?
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Don't even start because that was before the fact I started talking to you, Rakai. It's literally just a music video. There's no way you're gonna let that happen, Rakai.
Honestly, listen.
To do this on purpose, so does it really even matter?
No, listen. All I'm gonna say is, buddy, listen, I was about my business. Then my bitch came over here and told me she got some tea.
Bro, Rakai be tweaking. He ain't learned nothing from Pastor Queese. Pastor Queese said, Rakai, chill out, bro. What is the message you sending to the youth, my brother? He had a whole series sit down with Kai and Tylil, and this joker go back to talking. Man, come on, man. No, not a serious bone in his body, boy.
I thought you were gonna get the fucking belt. Oh, look. The nigga on running ways. Chill, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Listen. He's 13?
Yes, that's the point. Like, y'all over here.
And how old are you?
All right, you're gone.
How old are you?
It's just a music video, bro.
Wait, hold on. Say good again. Say good again. Say good.
Bye, nigga.
Fuck off my fucking phone. Come on, Jam, you're a fucking 13-year-old?
Yo, kids is
come on,
stupid,
man.
bro.
You so far, no hands is crazy, but come on, bro. I'm on a race is insane.
Oh, no, that's crazy.
That make your heart drop to your ass.
Yeah,
Come on, bro.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
That's too far, dude. That ass, bro. You way too mature. You dress up nice. The accessories nice. All that.
You said you dress up nice. Oh, snap. All right. Okay. So then DDG showed up. This was the best day. To me, this hands down the best day. This was the best day of Mafia Down 3, in my opinion, bro. Shout out to Marlon Wayans. Marlon Wayans was the best guest, but this was the best overall day.
Okay.
Kim Kardashian was watching my shit.
Yeah, she first day. Definitely did. She said she was watching DDG. No cap.
She did say that.
And she did say that. She said DDG and Emily. And I'm not gonna lie. Chat, I do know Shimmy University, whoever accepted, everything is free.
Nah. So they did Streamer University. And is this where we talk about McQueen? McQueen got in, bro. McQueen got in. W McQueen, Mega McQueen, obviously one of the, you know what I'm saying, older OGs of this game and stuff like that. I have a video of McQueen, a clip that I never reacted to because it was in the middle of like Charlie Kirk reactions. So I never pulled it up. I guess I'll react to it now so I could close this tab on my laptop. But yeah, he apparently shut down an IG model when she tries to pressure him to drink. to break his 3-year sobriety streak?
Like, we could reboot it, like, start it over, like, take it off.
Nah, that's messed up, bro. That's messed up, gang. That's messed up, bro.
You understand? I am a pimp.
All right, bro.
Okay? I don't drink none of this shit. You drink it, you have a good time, and I lead the motherfucking shit. Do you understand?
Oh, okay.
You the one who's supposed to have all the good ass time and just, you know, just get loose. Oh my God, let's party. Yeah.
So you don't really run a strict program over
What you mean? I run a strict program because I'm the one leading the shit.
Well,
you know?
I mean,
I can't have you doing is coming up to the motherfucking ship, to the captain of the ship, and trying to tell me to get drunk so my vision starts blurring. I'm trying to hold up. So I can't have you while I'm at the steering wheel and we in the middle of the fucking ocean, okay? And you trying to get me to take a shot that's gonna blur my vision and fuck up this goddamn ship. That's what I can't have you doing.
All right, so there it is right there. The reason why I stopped watching McQueen, it was probably like 2018-ish or whatever. It might have been 2019, probably like 2019. Is because so McQueen, he does a lot of like as you see right there, he does a lot of series, like kind of character series in his content. And one of the series they just dragged out way too far, and it was just unbearable. I was just like, oh my goodness, another one. But one of the funny ones in their series was when he ran up on somebody. And he shoulder bumped him into like the trash can or the wall in the alley. That thing was hilarious. I think it was like T.O., bro. That was one of the funniest, oh my goodness, moments of that YouTube era. Shouts out to my brother Ty, that guy, legend. Shouts out to Black Charcoal. Yanja. And shouts out, of course, the Young Booty B, Yambo Bay. Rest in peace to Sad Frosty. Shout out to DC to Don as well. Shouts out to Zeus and B. Lou. And then the women's side as well with Corey Ray Vaughn. Who was it? I sent like the whole list to my friend yesterday because he didn't know who McQueen was, and I broke down that entire time to him. Corey Ray Vaughn. It was a whole list of folks, bro. Corey Ray Vaughn. Dang, it was a whole list of people that I put up. Kia Casanova, I remember I shouted her out. Chandler Alexis, yeah. Who else? Oh yeah, okay, I found it. Yeah, it was Kia Casanova, Corey Ray Vaughn, Chandler Alexis, people like that. Off top, obviously Dami V and Nate's Life's girl and Chino's girl and stuff like that as well. So with that being said, here we go. McQueen wins the spot in 2026 Streamer University, and I'm not gonna lie, even though McQueen has the platform and stuff like that, he probably wasn't going to get in, bro, just because he hasn't been popping like that on a mainstream level in years.
No fucking way. No fucking
How much did he get?
No fucking way.
McQueen live. McQueen live. How much did he get? Oh my
no
God.
fucking way.
McQueen live. Whisper my mouth for your information. McQueen live. You're the first one.
Bro, I think that's McQueen, bro.
Wait, what?
Homie, that's the homie.
That
nigga won, bro.
Oh, no fucking way.
Bro, that's crazy as fuck.
Say. Nigga, that nigga won.
Oh,
God.
No fucking
I've
way.
seen this nigga before.
He said, I've seen it before. Yes, McQueen.
Bro, chat, my fucking heart is beating right now. Oh my fucking God, bro.
Well, he's in shock. He looks shocked. Oh my God. Okay, come on. We gotta go fast. Oh my God.
The pasties are watching.
The fact that it was like you spun it and it chose him. That's crazy. I'm telling you, that's God. I'm telling you, God is real.
The pasties are watching.
God is real, bro. Because the chances of that is insane. I'm gonna respin.
Hey, I ain't
I'm a
gonna
real
lie,
nigga.
bro. I need my nigga Tayway to win, bro. I done seen
Here we
the
go.
nigga too many times.
Here we go. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a real nigga, chat. Good luck. Everybody say good luck. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He been grinding for a long time, bro.
That's crazy.
God is real, bro. He been grinding for so fucking long. He been grinding for so fucking long.
Good luck, good luck, good luck.
How you?
Nigga, I don't know, bro. I'm still thinking about that shit, bro. That's crazy, nigga.
McQueen been grinding for so fucking long. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I had to respin. I had to respin this, bro. Congratulations, straight to the bank. Congratulations, straight to the bank. You have a year. Both of y'all have some time to start preparing. When y'all see that announcement, y'all will see that announcement. I'll probably keep in contact with y'all. I'll probably keep in contact with y'all way in advance. Yo, Sonny, 5+. I'm ready.
Chad, we fucking did it.
I'm ready,
bro.
Sonny.
We fucking
The
did it.
Patriots are watching.
That's crazy. I would be so happy.
Chad, what did I tell y'all yesterday, bro? What did I tell
You
y'all
don't even know what's about to
yesterday,
happen,
bro?
bro.
The
What did I
Patriots are
tell y'all
watching.
yesterday, bro? When I told y'all, I said, click this shit.
This is so crazy, bro.
Because of God and because of all the work that we've been putting in every single fucking day and not missing any days. What did I say? By this time next year, our lives are gonna fucking change.
I was screaming at did I say 860,000?
First of all, look at the apartment, bro. McQueen probably ain't been broke or anywhere near broke since at least 2016, bro. McQueen been popping. Like, for those of y'all who don't know, like, McQueen is like homies with Pascal Siakam, bro. McQueen like homies with Pascal Siakam, bro. McQueen ain't been broke since at least 2016. That's the thing, bro. That's a whole nother rant I have about like content creators already somewhat established, but looking to get like high level and stuff like that. Ain't nothing wrong with wanting to elevate above like where you are already, but like the whole my life's changing and stuff like that. When you already lit, when it's like people who like Rakai. I think Rakai is a great example. Rakai, Toda, Ray, but I say Rakai in general because Rakai was already streaming and stuff like that. Rakai, his life changed when he went to Mafiathon because he wasn't that known, like just period. Like he didn't have 100, 400,000 followers and viewers and stuff like that, and then was invited to Mafiathon and, you know, kind of continue building on that. He wasn't known at all back then. You know what I'm saying? So I think those are the people that's like, my life was changed for real, for real. Like those are the people whose life changed. The people with already a platform who, okay, might have been a little stall, a little quiet for them or whatever, and then it bounced back. That's not the same thing to me, in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. Because how you live in an apartment like this in Miami and talk about, oh, our lives are going to change. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I understand what he's saying. At the same time, it's also like, it's real people out here grinding with like, you know what I'm saying? With like 5 views. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. With people who have been doing it 5 views, 3 views, things of that sort. You went from 300,000 to 3,000, and now you're like, oh man, it might be compared to what you used to make, okay, but to the average person, it's still like way above the average person's salary and stuff like that. Like you don't live in an apartment like this in Miami, struggling. McQueen ain't seen true financial. Like it might be a financial strain on like kind of his lifestyle and stuff like that, and he had to downgrade it a little bit, but he ain't never been on the brink since at least I would say 2016. I don't know how long he's been doing YouTube and how long he's been popping on YouTube, but I've known of McQueen since 2017. And so he's probably popping at least since 2016. You know what I'm saying? Like he hasn't wanted for anything financially himself since 2016. So yeah, that's my little rant about that. It's like with Funny Mike and stuff like that, like all the people, because they went through it. They said, who really popped from Streamer University? And they just named a bunch of people who were already lit. It was like Yana J was the closest thing that they could come up with as a person who wasn't that popping beforehand, who became like a part of the streamer world and stuff like that. I think Corey as well. Those two were the kind of closest of like not many people knew who they were, and people know who they are now. Chunks, not Chunks. I forgot his name, but the African streamer, who lives in Atlanta. I've seen him like on Speed Stream, and I've seen him on Kai Stream and stuff like that. And I see his name, and I see him every now and again. I don't really, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I think it's difficult, bro. As a person who didn't already have, like, if you're not already tight, like, I think the method, to be honest, is to try to force your way into one of those friendship circles. You can't do it genuinely. You can't do it like naturally, and y'all naturally become friends and cool and stuff like that. Like, y'all have to, like, you have to force your way into one of the circles, social circles of one of the big people to get big, in my opinion. I think that's what you have to do. That's not genuine. You should, you know what I'm saying, network across instead of networking up. But it looks like Streaming University, in order for it to really work, that's the way you got to do it, bro. Yeah, from what I've seen, for real. But we'll see what happens, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm gonna apply again this year. So I gotta start thinking of trailer ideas now and start working on scripts and making sure I could get this thing right. So once I present it to Kai and to the board, I'm accepted, or at least give myself the best chance to be accepted. And yeah. Where's that?
Did I not fucking say that?
40,000 subscribers from seeing LeBron James.
I said that shit yesterday, bro.
Levitate his ass.
But this is big for McQueen too. Just because once people move on, it's difficult to like get back in good people's graces. Once the internet develops a narrative on you, it's difficult to shake that off. Speaking of narratives, here's McQueen responding to people say he fell off.
The pasties are watching.
Hold
on.
And
Do I take this out, Sonny? Do I take this out?
People talking shit and people making
The
fun of me.
pasties are
People
watching.
fucking doubting me and me having to fucking go broke and get it back and go.
But he said he went broke, so there it is. He said he went broke, so there it is.
Broke again
Sonny, do I
and
take
get it
this out?
back again, bro. And then fucking
The
people
pasties
betraying me,
are
bro.
watching.
Son, do I take this out
And
right
then
here?
moving to a
Please mute the notification sounds, McQueen.
whole nother city across the fucking
It could affect somebody.
country
It
by
could affect
myself,
somebody's shit.
and then people
The
betraying me,
The
bro.
pasties are watching.
And me outworking everyone, bro,
That's a different country.
and still not getting the notice that I deserve, bro. And
The
then me
pasties
getting
are
it
watching.
right now, bro.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Design.
The pasties are watching.
Like Kai said himself, nigga, I took the long route, bro. I took the long route, bro.
It's multiple.
I took the
The
long
pasties
fucking
are
route, nigga. I
watching.
stayed down, nigga. I stayed down, and I stayed down, and I stayed true to myself, chat. And I never fucking changed for nobody, bro.
Chat, y'all ready?
And I stayed myself, and I stayed loyal to who I am, no matter how much people talk shit about me, no matter how much people try to blackball me, no matter.
I ain't gonna lie. Everything he's saying here is true. Like I said, I ain't watched McQueen since 2019 on a consistent basis, but every time I seen him go viral and stuff like that, it been the same McQueen from 2017, 2016. Not gonna lie. With all the trends that changed in content creation, it's still the same McQueen. Like this, the streaming McQueen, all the stuff I've seen from streaming when he went the back and forth with Dub is the same as the McQueen Reacts channel from 2019. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing.
How much people tried to betray me and make me look I'm the fucking bad guy when in reality I'm the fucking realest nigga ever, bro. Through it all, I stayed fucking loyal to God, bro. And I stayed myself and I stayed
W God, W sobriety.
down, nigga.
Good luck, Chad.
And now
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Hey, I gotta give this a light. Buddy talking, bro. Buddy talking, man. Let me see the conversation. Never forget when him and Flight had beef, so he took his mom on a date. This man is a horny incel. Was wondering why he was following off. Dude is horny if you just move out of Miami, or rather just ride a 23-year-old coattails paying to win. They got points. McQueen has a lot of that. A lot of new content does seem red pillish and just talking down on women. Not gonna lie to you. However, on a basic level, what he's saying is true, bro. What he's saying is true. And like they said, the fact that he hasn't changed his content, like he said, people talking about me, people I never changed, I never switched. Maybe change would have been. I don't know. I see both sides, bro. I don't know. I feel conflicted. But everybody root for an underdog story, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Looking at this feels good, bro. Because I know that feeling, bro. I know the feeling, man. I know the feeling. Let's go.
Here. And now we finally fucking here, chat. I hope this is an example for y'all out there, bro. Do not be afraid to take the long route. Do not be afraid to be yourself. It is possible for a genuine ass, real ass person to be successful on the highest level. It is 100. I hope y'all see that. I hope y'all see that real niggas is back in style. I hope y'all see that the real will eventually prevail. I hope y'all see that shit, bro. Okay? Every nigga who was just in the chat talking shit, laughing like a bitch ass nigga, okay? What now, bitch? Small.
Wow. 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 This content creation game, boy, I tell you, boy, it is something. That's real passion, though. That's that real music. That's that real gutter music. But I love B.
Every nigga who was talking shit about how I had 205 viewers. What now, bitch?
The pasties are watching.
Every nigga who was making fun of me every fucking day on here. Talking about I fell off and all this bullshit, nigga. What happened now, mark ass nigga? Nigga, you don't know shit about grinding, nigga. What the fuck did I fucking tell y'all?
Facts. He's talking. I'm not gonna lie. He's talking. You don't know nothing about grind. You don't know nothing about working hard, chasing your dreams. You sitting in front of, he fell off. I ain't gonna lie. I like when people say I fell off because you saying that I was on at some point. Someone said it was a random video I was doing of like some politics, some news or whatever. And someone commented, they was like, I have no clue who this is. Stick to sports. How you gonna come on Rashad Milligan channel? I hate to speak of myself in third person. I'm sorry. Lord, I apologize. Less ego, more of you, less of me. But you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? How you gonna come on my channel, say you don't know who I am, and then proceed to tell me what I do? If you know what I do, if you know I do mostly sports, and you know who I am. That's what I'm saying. It's just like people just saying things to try to get a rise out of it. And it worked. Because obviously what's happening now, you're getting a rise out of me. But gosh, Lee, bro, like, geez Louise. At the end of the day, people are trying, bro. And it'll never look cool for you to have a channel with no picture, with no uploads, with no posts. You created the channel to comment and hate on people trying. Everybody on YouTube that watch YouTube has at one point thought of making a YouTube video. Because if you're watching it, let me break it down for you, bro. I'm going to break it down for you like this. If you're on YouTube watching, YouTube is curated to come to your, very specific interest in life, right? So if you come across a YouTube video from someone that you've never seen before, right? That means that you probably have a particular interest in said subject, or at least something similar in the wheelhouse, in the ballpark. It might not be the exact thing you're interested in, but something close to it, right? So there's that. If you're watching a bunch of videos that you're like interested in, and it's like people, right? Just regular people like myself and stuff like that. I'm not in the studio with a big old thing. I don't have a production crew with the statistics research department to fact check me. I don't have an earpiece in with someone telling me, Rashad, this is how you pronounce it, this is how you do it, this is how you read it, this is how it goes, correcting me in real time. I don't have fancy graphics and highlight rights to the NBA and the NFL to play highlights as I'm speaking as B-roll and stuff like that. If you're just watching a regular person, right, on YouTube speaking from their room, from their house, from their apartment, whatever the case might be, their complex, from a public place, whatever. If you're watching those videos, eventually, after keep watching those videos of stuff you're interested in, most people, 9 out of 10 people at some point or another thought, dang, this seems really cool. I like this, especially if you keep revisiting it. Man, I should go and make me a YouTube channel and talk about this. if you don't agree with the person, dang, this person don't know what they talk about. I should get on YouTube, especially if they got ads on their stuff, because you like, they making money off of this BS. Oh yeah, let me get a YouTube channel. Let me do. Everybody who has watched YouTube about specific interests they have had at one point, most people, I'll say 9 out of 10, have had the thought to start up a YouTube channel themselves or do a YouTube. And then the same thought they might be, oh, I don't want to be on camera. Oh, I don't want to deal with the comments. Oh, I don't want to deal with that. Oh, I don't know how to edit. Oh, I don't want to buy a camera. I don't want to do that. Most people. So when people hate on someone trying from YouTube and being vulnerable and putting themselves out there on social media, it is so whack. Like, you never chase your dreams, so I'm gonna just hate on everybody else chasing their dreams and pursuing their goals and stuff like that. It's so whack. It's such a waste of time. However, it is good for the creator because it increases engagement and it gets their stuff into more people's algorithm. So 100% agree with that. You don't know nothing about grinding. I done streamed for dang how many days in a row this been? 206 days in a row. You don't know nothing about grinding. You don't know nothing about shoot. How did Rashad get here? This and that. Man, I need to hang around you. This is what I hear all the time. Man, I need to hang around you at your job so I can go with the NBA players and the professional athletes and the celebrities and the famous people. You got a fun job, this, that. You know how many nights? I'm feeling like McQueen. I ain't even get accepted into streaming university yet. You know how many nights, bro? 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., any a.m. I can guarantee you at some point throughout the course of the pursuit of my dreams, I've been up at some point working on said dream or said goal. Any a.m., any time of day, bro. 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 12 p.m., 24 hours of the day, around the clock, I worked on my specific goals at some point around the clock, bro. Y'all see it. I don't even have to say it. Sometimes I go live on here at 3 a.m. Eastern time. Sometimes I go live on him 2 a.m. Eastern time. Sometimes I go live on here 1 a.m. Eastern time. Around the clock. It doesn't stop. One time, I told this story before probably. One time I was in a club, bro. And I seen a homie I ain't seen in a while. It was at NABJ, National Association of Black Journalists. So that's what it was. We was out at the party. Shout out Sports Task Force. And so I seen somebody from Atlanta that I ain't seen it before because I moved out of my hometown and stuff like that for my new job. So I seen him out there, and I'm like, bro, what's happening? What's happening? But he pulled out his phone like 5 minutes later and showed me a notification. Rashad Milligan has uploaded one new video. I looked at it and said, the grind never stops. The grind never stops, bro. If you haven't worked close to how the people you want to hate on, the content creators you've hated on, you don't get no respect from me, bro. Because you don't even know what it's like, bro. You ain't never chased your dream. You ain't never been passionate about anything like that close in your life even to relate to it. So why should I listen to you? You sitting with the life that you're not. You don't like your life. You're not content with your life because you settled. Meanwhile, people are chasing for bigger and better things and you want to hate on them. That's crazy. McQueen, keep talking that talk, brother. Regardless of how you feel, myself included, how I feel about the content of McQueen's content and stuff like that, everything like that, the nature of his content. We're talking about I'm a pimp, and talking down on women and strangers on the street and stuff like that. Regardless of how I feel about that content, whether I like it or not, one thing I can appreciate from anybody is the hustle. And McQueen got hustle. He got passion. He ain't never quit. It's some people that was in McQueen's position that was in the same group of people I was talking about, right? Flight, Pootie, Ty, Chart, that, once they stop and their views went down or whatever, they go away for 2-3 years hiatus. You never hear from them again, bro. They try to come back. Oh, my mental one right, this and that. And they never recover views wise. And then they eventually just give it up altogether and then just go live a quote unquote regular life, do something different, bro. You know what I'm saying? McQueen didn't do that. He kept going. He kept going, bro. And this isn't the end. This ain't the Super Bowl, but it's a nice celebratory mark for his journey and everything like that. And that's all it's about, bro. Working. If you're passionate about something, work towards it. Nothing in this life is free, bro. Work. And then when you get the money, you still got to work. Because if you start working, you're just going to be bored. You're going to eventually be bored. Life needs purpose. We all on here for some reason. Whether we got ability, like, right? Miss McKenzie marries Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world. They divorce. She takes half the money. Okay, part of that, you got to give away 30% or 50% of the money every year. Mackenzie Scott, she studied the organizations to give to, and she made strategic decisions to give. And the Mackenzie Scott Foundation and stuff has a whole website and explains why they do. She's passionate about the efforts and things that she's given to. She don't have to work another day in her life. She married and divorced Jeff Bezos. She is good. And she could just blindly give away money and not care about it. She can give away, I got a dog. I give $500 million to PETA every year. She could do that and be good, but she doesn't do that. She makes sure that what her stuff, her money goes, has the most lasting impact. And she writes about it in paragraphs and foundation, and they present it in a very professional way and top notch. You know what I'm saying? And she keeps it private. The only time she even publicizes the things that she's given is when the organization chooses to publicize it. You always got to have purpose. You always got to move. You always got to do something in this lifestyle. The second you stop doing anything is the second you start declining and your path to the grave, expedites. So with that being said, bro, how you going to hate on someone grinding? How you going to hate on the hustle? You can hate on the content. You can hate on what I'm saying. All that's fair. But just the fact that somebody's trying, I will never stop trying. PSA. I'm going to wait for the camera to come back because the camera done cut out again. Hold on. It's been that's why. Because I had the dang laptop on all night. I usually shut it down at night, but I fell asleep to Mafia-thon. PSA, bro. If you waiting for me to quit, I got some bad news for you, bro, because I'm never quitting a day in my life, bro. I promise you. If it's the last thing I do, I'm never quitting, bro. With my soul. 206 days in a row. Never giving up. Never. I'll tell you that right now. I'm never giving up. If my account goes from, you know what I'm saying, where it's at right now for YouTube AdSense money every month, if it goes down to $0 a month, I'm still going to upload because it's fun. I enjoy to do it. And I'm passionate about it. I love it. I'm never going to give up. And that's a feeling some of y'all just can't relate to. And that's cool. Y'all stay on that side. I'll be on the side with we are not the same. That's cool.
About when I first started this shit 3 months ago. I said, I'm going to show y'all how to grind, nigga. I'm going to show y'all how to fucking grind, nigga. And look where the fuck we at, Jack.
Is that cool? You got to be a creator. Well, nigga, you know you can't smoke them.
The pasties are watching. The pasties are watching.
W speech, McQueen. W speech. All right, next. A fan spent $1,000 in the meantime. Fans spent $1,000 to get into the streaming university, and they didn't win. And that's tough when you lose to one of DDG's old best friends, a dude that was already on. That's what I'm saying. I was like, that's the other side of it. Paid $1,000, 200 gifts, 200 gifted. Jeez Louise, bro. He said he felt like the investment was worth it. DDG was talking it up too. He said, bro, the investment you gonna get back is so worth it. All right, bet. Now, Cuffem recap. Boy, we thought for a second Cuffem was gonna leave because he said he was gonna leave. But he ends up getting in. And boy, oh boy, was it good. I seen some of this. I ain't seen all of it because, like I said, I fell asleep. That's why this thing been glitching all day. Jeez Louise, I should have shut it down. All right, but here we go. Cuffem.
I'm gonna be a therapist. Yes, I'm gonna get you through. You don't
He's
need
I'm gonna get you a therapist.
the fucking liquor. Now you need a mic for sure.
I do need a mic.
You need a mic.
Give me a professional. Play some fucking Mike Jack.
Oh, I gotta mute this. Michael Jackson.
Let's go.
If you love me.
Oh yeah, this one there was. I was like, I guess they wanted the shower experience or whatever. So he, that's funny. K-Son that's funny. Shout out K-Son, man. WK-Son. All right, with that being said, I gotta skip for it because I can't play none of this. Oh, they was having a good time.
Yo, B, start gifting. Let me show Carson out a method. Let me show him something. I'm begging, nigga. Give me subs. So I can stay. Gordito with a sub. Bang! Come on. I want them hundreds. I want them 200s. Kai say we hit 900K right now. I'm gonna stay the rest of the way. We're gonna turn this bitch up. Oh my god. The real Zebby. Oh, that's my nigga Zebby right there. That my nigga. The real Zebby with 100. Bang! Nice. Chill the killer with the 5. Bang! Ramblers with the 1. Bang! Nice. You need that fire. Right? Not Baka. Bang! That's how you gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta bang that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Lake Key with the gifted. Roller with the 20. Bang! Nice. Look at me. Don't give me subs. Plants with the 50. Bang! You know, it's just we gotta do. They love the hype. You know what I'm saying? They love the hype of it. Hossman with the gifted. Bang! That's ain't the bang. It'd be
you know what time it is, right?
You know what happened?
Oh,
someone actually touched the wire and kept shutting the whole power down. There's a wire in that room.
Real pastor. Hey, look, a nigga from D Block like me.
Hey, yo.
I appreciate Kyle for inviting.
Bruh.
Nice.
I am crying. Yeah. I'm fucking crying. W motivational speeches.
I love it, man.
W
I love
subs. W subs. No cap. Come on, stand.
No, I gotta get the jet.
All right, bet.
I got
That jet right back. I ain't gonna lie though. I ain't gonna lie. Today changed.
Tillman University.
Hold on now, nigga. I ain't gonna lie, Cuff. Today, genuinely, this is our first interaction. That ass.
You're right.
All troll aside.
Mm-hmm.
Today changed my perspective on you, my nigga. That ass. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, chat.
W Cuffem.
Like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Hey, regardless of anything, bro, you a black man doing shit like this. I'm always all troll shot, all streaming shit side. It's like that's amazing, and I am motivated.
Yeah.
So that's why I've been grinding lately.
You've been grinding. I ain't gonna lie. Your ass have been grinding. Child like Cuff has been on his shit. No
and look,
cap.
one more thing though, cause I know the condom shit getting tweeted, bro. Like, let's just kill all that shit.
Nah, yeah,
between Aiden and everybody, let's just kill all that shit, bro. Like,
nah,
at
no
the end of the
cap.
day, like we all want the same thing. It's enough money, it's enough clout for everybody, everyone. No more beef. But DG and Reggie should have boxed. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh God, nah, chat. Shout out Cuff on me at the jet. He went crazy. He did his thing. I ain't gonna lie. This nigga, I ain't gonna lie. This nigga.
Shout out to the mafia.
Bought the entire wheel, my nigga, to be here.
Bought the wheel. I have to get that.
He bought the entire wheel, but now he got the jet.
SSB,
W Cuffem. I'm not gonna lie. It's a great.
Hey, it was worth it though, cause like now,
it was worth it.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
it's
now,
a lot more
you know
calm. It's like, you know, the tension and shit. Yeah. There's a lot of bullshit. Twitter, I hate Twitter comms. Y'all know I hate Twitter comms. A lot of shit. I fucking hate Kick fucking Champ You bitch. I hate him. I actually hate him.
I know you is kick champ. I know you stay. That's why I got a mission to go do right now. I ain't gonna lie, I got a mission to go do.
I got a mission to go do. It's crazy. All right. Drake apparently gifted W Cuffem though. W Cuffem. I'm glad that went well. Drake gifted, and Aiden reacted to it. I think he was surprised. Hold on. Audio is gone. Let me get the audio back. Bro, I was wondering why my stuff was glitching so much this morning. And then I realized I was like, because I seen all my tabs and they all had the picture on it. They usually blank when you restart the computer. I never shut down last night. I gotta shut down.
W Drake with the 200 gifted. Hold on.
You said Drake gifted subs. Bang.
Hey, the Aiden reconciliation is happening soon. The thing is, bro, it's like, bro, Aiden, bro, like, apologize to the black community. Some, I don't know, bro. Like, Aiden, I hate that it had to be Aiden because he started all of this, bro. Like I said, we should be celebrating Aiden, but we looking at Aiden as a controversial figure, with particular racial undertone and he affiliated himself with those communities. And it's like, bro, you came up off of black culture. Like, it's just, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, Aiden is still the dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? I really watched nothing but Aiden back in the day, bro. Nothing but Aiden. I met Aiden. I was like, yo, appreciate the motivational talks you give. Appreciate your streams. He said, no problem. Keep doing whatever you're doing. Keep working. And that, I thought I had Aiden for life. And then folks was making black people jokes and then downplaying the fact he was making black people jokes and aligned himself with MAGA. You know what I'm saying? It was just a lot of controversial stuff. But Aiden overall, bro, like, he used to be one of them ones, bro. And he still, you know what I'm saying? We still tune in to see what he says every now and again with situations like this, but I don't know. Shout out to Aiden, I guess. But I wish, like, I just wish I could get past, like, talking down on black people, making jokes about black people and this and that, and using black culture to come up, but, like, not supporting black people. Like, that's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, even in the Carmelo Anthony situation, like, donating to the other side, like, that's crazy, bro.
Restart. Hold on. W. Hold on. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You mad, bro? Shut up. That's crazy. W Drake with the 200 gifted. Thank you so much. The Iceman. The 200 gifted.
I just know you cheated, gang. It's all right.
W fucking Drake.
So listen, that's going to my niece. I swear I'm a real nigga.
Oh, Drake. W.
All right. And then Drake apparently chatted. And then, yeah, and then we about to get out of here, man. Right on time, too. Right at the time I had to go. DDG on a perk 10. DDG on a perk. Iceman episode 3 was in question. Y'all boys in a movie theater politically each other. This happens when you get a girlfriend and you invite all your brothers over. Iceman episode 3 was cinema. What y'all got going over there? Ben, you weird. Iceman episode 3. This. He said Iceman episode 3 was nah, Drake. Iceman episode 3 was trash, bro. Nah, bro. Mafia was better, bro. Mafia better, bro. All right, last scene. Hold on. I gotta go again. Gotta share again. Audio left again. So here we go. Last scene. Rampage Jackson reacts to Cuffem on the stream.
Thoughts on Cuffem going on Kai Sinat's stream? Love?
W Cuffem.
Yeah, W Cuffem. That'd be good. But hey, tell Cuffem to wear a bra because that's a big stage. We don't need people calling him banana titties on Kai.
I love it.
Neon really got a sleeve, bro. Like, I think tattoos for Neon was bad for his brand because his whole brand is like geeky, weak, like, you know what I'm saying? Indian kid. Like, that's his brand. If you get tattoos and try to get a little more edge and everything like that, like, the innocence of you kind of goes away. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like I'm trying to show him a grow up, but the part of you being funny is like you just being like, I'm the kid in class, don't bully me. Like that's the reason why I feel like you're famous and stuff. So yeah, I mean, in addition to like lying about dying and stuff and everything. But with that being said, my name is Rashad Milligan. This is the Road to 10K subs. If you are new to the channel, if you just got on because it's 11 o'clock Central Time and noon Eastern, I'm so sorry. College football has kicked off and I have to go to work. So with that being said, I hope you all have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good evening, have a good day, have a good night. And nobody else told you today, I care for you. Until next time, please take care of yourselves. This is the Road to 10K subs. Please subscribe and follow along to the channel because I'm live on this channel each and every single day, like I have been for the past 206 days. Yikes.
Rashad, why you didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.